Hello and welcome to my first Battlefleet Gothic. Let me say this. I had an absolute blast playing this game. I've played tons of tabletop. There are many good tabletops out there, but this 20-year-old game feels fresh and feels amazing and just gave me an immense pump with tons of fun. Let me go into the picture from the battle report. So this is my first game. If you want to check out the rules, go to the last video I made, and then I will show you how it plays, but also you will learn how the game plays from this, let's say, picture battle report. I will share every facet of the game with you, and the game goes, I don't know, 5 or 6 turns, but you at any time, or maybe later in the game, you can also flee, take a warp jump if you have to escape. But let's get into the game. So I'm leading you through my experiences. So I consider myself a good guy, but I love playing chaos, and I was drawn to the chaos ships. So my first recommendation, if you want to check out the ships that are available, I love also the Imperial fleet. They are really beautiful, but something just drew me to the chaos ships. But these are not mine. Mine will be done soon. And Jürgen printed these ships, so if you're interested in the game, check out down below in the video. I think the first link will be a link to the community post, because the community kept this game alive. And I think these ships that you can see here are from the starter box. They are free STLs, as I recall, and you'll be able to print those ships and have a blast. So let's start at the beginning. So I don't know which one these are. There are the infidels and the emulators, but I'm just learning game. But there are big ships and small ships. This is a big ship. I think this is a frigate or something. And then there are small cruisers, and I think these ones shoot torpedoes, but I will show you in a second. Then I have 3 of these capital ships. This is the Crimson Dirge, and I will go into the armament, and this is I think the Hollow Feast, and they look beautiful. And these are a few more ships, and some of the ships pump out torpedoes. Some of the ships, I think these ones have the las guns, and some of the ships have also cannons, and I think these are the cannon ships, but we will get into these very soon. Then Jürgen, my friend who's introducing me to the game, he's playing the Imperial fleet, and as you can see in the front, they are reinforced. So to penetrate the ship's hull, you first have to go to the shields. The shields are kind of like armor safes, or maybe invulnerable safes. They tank a hit, but when the shields are down, you're taking it on the body. I think a ship like this has 8 hit points, and these smaller ships have 6 hit points, something like that, and they are reinforced in the front. I don't know which ships he's playing, but we will check it out in a second. We will see the I would say the war scrolls, and this is the table, a beautiful playmat, some asteroids. They will block line of sight. I think the nebulas also, I'm not sure if they block line of sight, but if you want to go, let's say this is rough terrain and this is like light terrain for now. So I'm playing an idolator class raider with the leadership, and a big fun of this game is also, before the game starts, you have to roll for your squadrons and your capital ships, which morale they have. I think on a 6 they get a morale 9, which is really good. You have to match the morale or be lower. If you go above that, you will fail the morale tests, which you will need for special orders. And yeah, and these are escorts. They fly 30 centimeters. They turn 90 degrees. Usually Each of these ships have just one pivot. Then, as you can see, one shield, armor 5 up, so you need a 5 to penetrate this one. 2 turrets to destroy incoming torpedoes or incoming small ships like fighters and bombers. And then you have big weapon batteries that go 45 centimeters. This is pretty strong. And then a lance battery in the front, 30 centimeters. So you can see the points. Then this one are the Infidel class. They have torpedoes. I think Chaos doesn't have too much torpedo ships, because they're more into other stuff. But these ones are good. As you can see, a squadron size here is usually 2 to 6. If you pair them together in a squadron size, they can benefit from helping each others with the turrets and other bonuses. Here's my murder class ship, the Crimson Dirge Leadership 8. I rolled for this one, and it has only weapons on the sides, but 10 shots, like these are good. It's a real bombardment, and then I have a lance in the front with 2 shots, which this is a last cannon. This one is hitting on 5s, and this one is hitting on 4s, and 60 centimeters is pretty good, pretty good. And then for my Hollow Feast, I think I roll a 1, so that on the chart says I have leadership 6, which is pretty shitty. So should I do an order test, I will roll it on a 6. I need to make the 6 or below, which will maybe lead to some problems, but this is a very fast ship with good armament. And the Glory Undone has leadership 8 with an admiral for 50 points, and you can reroll once if that's true. Like I have to ask, but Jürgen said you have just like 1 command point. So turn 1. Let me see. Jürgen is moving his ships, so I think I win the dice roll, and I give first turn to Jürgen, so he has to move first. This is a I go you go game, but it is completely fine because no ship, at least what I've seen, is so killy that it takes out one of your ships completely. So I go you go is perfectly fine. So he moves the ships, I guess 25 centimeters. These are a bit slower than the Chaos ships. And yeah, let's see. As you can see, just moving up his big ships, and he placed them. Yeah, he placed some of them here and some of them here, and I placed mine in the middle of the board. And we will see what will be better, but he did split his forces a bit, and I kept them together, kinda. But we will see, maybe we will have some maneuvering shenanigans and stuff like that. But everything he does, he moves his ships forward, and not much he can do. And he is putting down, he's firing some ordnance, so torpedoes, and that is good. Like each of these would put out 2 torpedoes, but if they are in a squadron, they can combine their torpedoes. So he's putting down 6 torpedoes and firing them towards me, and each of his big guys is putting down 6 torpedoes in the front and just firing towards me. You will see in a second, and they move 30 centimeters per ordnance phase, and so they start flying towards my ships. I think my turn 1 is just moving everything forward. I'm thinking maybe I can pick these ones off while, well, I don't know, it's my first game. I don't have a grand strategy yet, but I do love the ships, and I think they look amazing. And yeah, it looks great. That's the first good point. And the second good point, it will play very smoothly, like it's very simple, but it has a certain depth to it. and the third one, it's it plays very smooth, so that's great. So a bunch of torpedoes fired towards my side, and these ones, I don't know which one these are, the emulators, or I'm combining them. As you can see, they touch bases, so they are I think the coherence for a squadron is something like 15 centimeters, if I'm right, but because they touch bases, they can combine their ordnance, their torpedoes, so I'm counter-firing, and I could fire against his torpedoes, but I'm firing in between, so I'm hoping of hitting something that he has. And so, as you can see, mine are flying towards his ship, so torpedoes are good to destroy things because they ignore the shields, they go through the shields, but also they are there to kind of crowd control or control the movement of the enemy if he doesn't want to eat torpedoes in his face. So as you can see, Ordinance phase torpedoes moving again very fast towards me, but they will miss me because I kinda veered off a bit, and this Ordinance moving toward me, and as you can see, I kept it pretty tight and just trying to avoid the enemy torpedoes. So it's turn 2 now. They must reload, so you have different phases. It's like movement phase, shooting phase, ordnance, and the end phase. And so in the end phase you can repair stuff. In the ordnance phase you move your bombers, your stuff that's flying around. And shooting phase explains itself, and movement also. But here at the beginning of the turn you have to give an order. It's the dice signals 6 orders, and one of those orders is reloading the ordnance. So I think you have to take a leadership test and pass that, and then the torpedoes can be reloaded, because something could go wrong, like maybe some malfunction, maybe something could go wrong, but Ordinance is reloaded. As you can see here, I have it in German, and once you reload, it doesn't change anything at your speed. You have still 1 pivot, and you have still full effectiveness on your weapons. For different orders, different things are true. Let's say you're bracing yourself, you're closing off the ship, and bracing yourself for getting hit, then your weapons just have, I think your weapons profile are halved, so the shots you can do are halved, but you get 4 up invulnerable saves, so pretty cool. As you can see, he did reload all of the weapons batteries, and they are flying, but they will probably miss me. And as you can see, he's also steering off his ships a tiny bit. And the cool thing, the big ships, before they can steer, they move 10 inches because they are so big. Before they can give an order, they have to move 10 centimeters in a certain direction. There will be exceptions. I think if they fly through a nebula or if they fly through blast markers, they will lose 5 centimeters. But right now, everything is in the clear still, and we're approaching each other. And of course, in the front we have some strong weapons, but this is really a naval game. Our main armament are here in our sights, so if I could go through the center, I could shoot 10 shots, I guess, with this guy into this guy, and 10 shots into this one. But we're not there yet, but we're getting there. So Jürgen takes his fleet, and he kind of did bait the flank a bit, and as you can see, he takes an order which is a full move ahead, and I think you can roll your normal movement plus 4 d6s, if I'm not wrong, in centimeters. So he rushes all the way here, and he moves this guy in this direction, so he's retreating this flank, and I think he will be caught in the middle. I don't know if it's so amazing, but yeah, as you can see right here, but his small ships are very exposed to my big ships, and of course they did launch a few torpedoes, but I might pick them off, but I'm facing here his main armada, so we will see what will happen in a second. And this is the game so far. Again, looking great, having a great time. The game plays super smooth, And again, he pumps out some torpedoes and is shooting them towards me. And as you can see, they are running towards me, and we'll see what they will do. But it's certain I can't dodge them, so I will have to hit to eat a few. What am I doing here? I think I dodged this one. No, I didn't dodge it. I think I flew through it, but I braced myself. So my armament, my shooting power is halved. I think I took one on the chin, as you can see, 5 flybys, and torpedoes go through your shields, so they do not activate the shields. Only las guns, I think, and lances activate the shields, but not torpedoes. They are too slow. And so I could have potentially hit 6 hits. I could have had 6 hits, but Jürgen rolled unlucky. I got just one, and I didn't even get a wound because I shrugged it off. So I'm now having these ones in my sight, and I will bombard them, but just with half of my weapons batteries, because I braced myself. And on this side, as you can see, I'm dodging the big bombardment, and my fleet is not concentrating on the big ships. I mean, these ones are definitely a threat, but these ones, if I recall, they have all las guns. I think las guns are called lances, and so they are vulnerable. I think they are very mobile, but they have to go. They have to go, and so I'm concentrating my fire on them. As you can see, I think I'm bracing myself with these ones, but I will pick them off. And now my armada is coming in like a wolf, trying to claim the sheep and unleashing on these guys, and they are bracing themselves. Also, the order dice stays for this round, and then at the beginning of the next round it disappears, unless it is a brace yourself. I think this one, then it stays for this round and disappears at the end of your next round, which is almost 2 rounds. You're well protected, but you're not that offensive. And so this is how it looks. I think Jürgen spread himself a bit too thin. I get the chance to pick off his smaller guys with a bigger force. That's what you should do in war. Be a bit stronger on the attacking side. But we will see what will happen. As you can see, I'm loading my ordnance. I'm putting together my torpedoes and firing them towards these guys. And yeah, I roll a double 6, and that's very good. So these ships are also, this ship is unloading on this one, and the first 2 ones will be eaten by the shields, so the shields will regenerate for each turn. But for this turn, the shields are out of order, so every auto shot goes now onto the hit points. In the front, only hitting on 6s, on the side, because these are so well armored, just on a 5. And there are definitely different ships and different armaments, but like these ones are pretty tough. But I roll, as you can see, 2 6s, and I pass through, and I give this bad boy 3 wounds out of 8. This is really good. If I could, once you go to half-life, or half of your hit points are gone, your ship is crippled, and I think it just moves then half of the distance, and it can only shoot with half of its weapons, something like that. Here I destroy a small ship. As you can see, with a hollow feast, they brace themselves, but still one goes. They have, I think, just 1 wound, and yeah, it's a delight for the Chaos Gods. And we're picking apart another ship. As you can see, blast markers. These blast markers will also hinder a bit, I wouldn't say line of sight, but should torpedoes go through these, they have a bit of a problem. And also, if I move through these, I lose 5 centimeters of movement, but at the end of the turn and the end phase, I think each player, which turn it is, rolls a d6 or a d3 and can put away some of these markers, yeah, which are not in base contact. So you can definitely resolve them again and clear the way. So everything is picking apart. These guys, they are suffering. That's very, very, very good. And then here my torpedoes land now in this guys, as you can see, and in the middle, so they hit perfectly. And yeah, I'm lucky. I kind of go through the shields, and then the rest of the torpedoes eat them up, and I think I reach here my maximum of 30 centimeters, which yeah, it's a bit unlucky, otherwise I could have gone further, but this is the furthest I can reach, but I still am in good shape. This round was really good. As you can see, tons of blast markers I did put on the enemy. I destroyed some vital infrastructure and ships, and now it is Jürgen's turn for retaliate what I have done. Yeah, what is it gonna do? Let's see. Beautiful, just beautiful. Still turn 2. This is what it looks from above. Still 2 torpedoes moving for next turn, and I think we'll enter turn 3 in a second. So yeah, just great looking. If you print these, you can make them all the same height, but sometimes it's also good to change up the height, because it's a 3-dimensional space. You can also have all of your ships overlapping each other, because it's a 3-dimensional space. So you might want to do all the same height, or you can also vary the height, and then yeah. So I think it's turn 3, but maybe I missed the photo. So now Jürgen is moving. He's reloading his ordnance here. And what is it gonna do? Should these guys move, they have to move probably through torpedoes and probably through the blast markers, through the debris, floating through space. But as you can see, they are very fast and nimble, so they just outmaneuver. And now they used to be like not really base to base, but they have to, the coherency is like 15 centimeters, so they are keeping together the coherency, but moving through obstacles very nimble towards my ships. Yeah, what's gonna happen? Let me see. So of course they unleash now fire on my stuff, and I lose 2 of these guys, and that's just the way it is. I braced myself with everything I had, which means every hit I get on a 4-up I can shrug off. My weapons batteries are halved, and the enemy is preparing to torpedo my ship with as much as he can do. But yeah, well, wait a second, we'll see what happens. But as you can see, I'm taking definitely a good beating. But right now this guy has not a wound on him. But yeah, he will now eat a bunch of torpedoes. So torpedoes are starting towards me, and of course I braced myself. I think I took a few hits. No, this one goes through me. I think he's hitting me on a 5-up every torpedo, which would be 6. And I think 1 hits me and I shrug it off, and all the other 5s just go through space, go through my base. And then the next one is hit towards me. And I think maybe I eat 1 or 2 wounds, but I shrug it off, like very lucky. And then it's turn 3. As you can see, my ships on this side, like this one, which one is this one? The Crimson Dirge. So the Crimson Dirge, I'm using the maneuvering order. So I have to pass an order test. And whenever an enemy has put an order somewhere on the table, you get a +1 to your order. So they did reload their ordnance, so you intercept what they did, and so you get +1 on your order. So from a 6 it goes up to a 7, and this one has an 8 or a 9, it goes up to a 10, so no problem there. And I'm again maneuvering, and you get then 2 pivots, so I move 10 centimeters or 10 centimeters, move here, pivot once, your free pivot, then I move again 10 centimeters, and then I guess I pivot in this direction. And this guy pivoted also 2 times, and they are very nimble because these pivot just 45 degrees and these pivot 90 degrees, so everything starts moving towards the enemy. Not ideal here, but I think I will get there in time because the Chaos ships are very fast. And here I'm just getting battered, but the Glory Undone is holding up super well. As you can see, just taking it, and help is on the help is coming. And yeah, these ships are unleashing on these ones, and I'm having kind of difficulty. But let's see, turn 4. What's gonna happen? So this ship is locked on this one. This order means that you can't do pivots, so you can just like move or not move, but you have to move a bit. But now you're locked on the target, and you can re-roll your hits. And I think they are again shooting everything they have. I don't know why Jürgen is pointing, but yeah, as you can see, we're just peppering each other with shots, with cannon shots. And this one is taken off the stance because it would block. Yeah, as you can see, they overlap. But what's really important is the base and the stem. You're always measuring from the middle. And these ones stand on 32 millimeters, and these ones also. And then I think there are bigger ships that stand on 60 millimeters. But yeah, that's for super heavy ships. And so you can see everything is putting its damage into this one, but I'm bracing myself, and Ordinance flying towards that. And the Glory Undone is holding up well, and the small frigates are flying towards this table edge, trying to keep or fend off my incoming support. So far, what else? Glory Undone definitely standing strong. 8 wounds. I just lost 2, but and that's amazing at this game. Every time the enemy rolls a 6, that's a critical hit. And so you roll that 6, and if that 6 is another 6, like if the critical, like if you hit critically, I think you have to roll a 6. I don't know. I hope I'm right. And if that's a 6 again, then you roll on the crit table. And Jürgen rolled a 10, and so my shield generators are destroyed, which means that I cannot repair them, and I don't have shields anymore. And shields are good because should I move, like right now my shields, because as you can see here, my 2 shields tanked 2 shots, and then your shields are done for that round. Smaller ships have just 1 ship, but next turn I will have no shields, so every hit will go directly into my hit points, and that's just that. But now my ships are coming in, it's my turn, and as you can see, they are closing in, and now it's retaliation time, and I'm shooting, but yeah, we'll see what happens. This is how it looks, and it's now turn 5, and in turn 5 the following happens. I think Jürgen unloads everything he has into my ships, but doesn't manage to do a lot of damage. I don't know, it's kind of, as you can see, I braced myself, these ones braced themselves, this one braced itself, and this one no, and this one not. So I'm just tanking the damage, and I'm hoping that these guys can then dish out the damage I need. And in this scenario, we're playing not kill points, but we're playing points. So whatever you take down, you get those points and then you can compare it. And I think at the end of the game, which we will reach in a second, I will slay a few points more than he has, so it's a slight victory. But there are many different scenarios and many fun missions. Like we're talking here, old school GW, old school creativity, really good stuff. And so, as you can see, a lot of blast markers, a lot of damage. I think it's my turn, and I'm now peppering the enemy, and he's taking a few more hits. I think I roll a bit luckier these days, or this day. He's bracing, but still a lot of wounds go through. And I think that's game. I think we would have played also a 6th turn, but yeah, we kind of had to go. We started pretty late at 7 p.m. and it was already approaching 11 p.m. So I called it quits because the next day would be work. And yeah, so that's how the game went. I claimed I destroyed a few more points, so it's a slight victory for the Chaos player. And I think we will see us in the next game. Jürgen is now printing for me a Chaos fleet. And I think I will paint it up, maybe in Emperor's Children, maybe Corn, something like that. I like them pretty much. And yeah, we'll see us in the next game. I hope you had fun and play Battlefleet Gothic. It's a really good game. I would say it's pretty inexpensive and it's a great deal of fun. See us.